y'all, I'm back. I have not been posting videos lately just because I didn't know what to post. I was doing great for the longest time with the perimenopause and the menopause, and I was just kind of managing to hang together, and then suddenly it all fell apart. My weight went up like 5 pounds. I have not been able to get it back down. Struggle. And I thought, well, heck, why on earth should I be posting for y'all when I can't even figure out my own situation here? So that's why I haven't really been posting. But you know what? You're such a great community, and some of y'all wrote me some direct messages, and it's so sweet, and I really appreciate it. So we're just gonna muddle through it together. I mean, the menopause community, come on, we gotta be here for each other. So today I'm gonna tell you a few things that have been helping me. I've gone back to more vigorous exercise, so I've started running a little bit more, not a lot. Thank you, meniscus surgery. That was another one that kind of put me off my game. I've been taking Pilates, like the really hard reformer Pilates class at least once a week. That's helped a lot. That's helped with my back pain. That was another hitch in my giddy up, was the old back acting up. What else has been happening? Oh, I know what I've been doing. I'm doing one of those continuous glucose monitors. I'll do a completely different video on that and let you guys know how that's working. I'm not even gonna talk about the brand or whichever, because there are a ton of them out there and they all kind of do the same thing. One thing that I did learn from having a CGM, continuous glucose monitor, is there are carbohydrates that I thought were healthy. And they are. Things like sweet potatoes, things like brown rice, ancient grains like kamut. Not for me. They spike my sugar so high, like insanely high. So I'm just, I'm kind of dialing back on the carbohydrates, and I'm really going in with heavy on the leafy greens, heavy on cruciferous. And I just wanted to show you a couple of the things that I've been eating and I always keep handy. And this is something I've told you all about for years and years, going back to the very early days of when I started putting these videos up, is protein. Having a little bit of protein throughout the day, having a little bit of protein with each meal. This is my tuna salad. I'll just show you a quick review of the ingredients.
So whenever I make tuna salad, I always do 2 cans because it's about the same amount of work. This is the mercury tested, sustainably caught. Just make sure you check the labels so you've got the good stuff there. So this is 2 cans of tuna, and then I use, this one just happens to be Primal Kitchen, but any kind of, I like the avocado oil, mayo, and I like mayonnaise, so I do like 2 tablespoons of that. And then for my veggies, I've got celery and pumpkin seeds and red onion. And I just put it all in there and mix it up.
And so here we have it. Mix. That's a lot of celery I put in there. That's probably a generous pile, maybe 6 stalks. But I like the crunchy. I will put a little bit of salt in it. Taste for salt. It's got I like my mayonnaise, so that's got salt in it. Taste for salt, pepper. Oh, I have some, you know what I forgot to put in there? I've got pickled jalapenos. I'll probably put some of those in there. I like a little heat, a little garlic powder. Just kind of basically clean out your fridge and put it in there. And then I just keep this in the refrigerator, and if I'm feeling bored or peckish or whatever, it's just have a little crunchy bite. I'm satisfied, I'm good. So this always stays in the fridge for me. The other thing that has been really great for me, avocados. I'm so late to the game on avocados because I was very fat phobic about it. I had a nutritionist one time tell me, you should be eating at most 1/4 of an avocado a day because they're so caloric. Well, yeah, but they last you. Like if I have an avocado, I will eat the whole thing in a day, but it's so satisfying that I don't really feel the need for much of a big dinner if I have an avocado, a whole avocado, as part of my either late breakfast or lunch. The other thing, I'm still intermittent fasting. I have my first meal around 11 a.m. Sometimes I push it a little bit later. I try to stop eating around 6 or 6:30. That's the goal. Sometimes I'm a little peckish. When I am, these are my best friends, walnuts and pumpkin seeds. Those are my best friends for snacking. The other thing I've been getting into is little seaweed snacks. These I found at Costco, but you can find them a lot of different places. in lieu, if you want something that has that salty crunchy, these are so satisfying if you have a munchie situation late at night. Those are really good. If I really, really want crackers, I get the seed ones that are the, these happen to be, this is called Norwegian crisp bread. Trader Joe's makes a version that's gluten-free. They have, the carbs on them are pretty reasonable. It's only 10 grams of carbohydrate for one cracker, but they have 5 grams of fiber. So that's that kind of offset. These are fantastic. There's several different brands out there. Just look for the seed crackers and make sure that there's not a bunch of additives so that you know that everything on the label is something you recognize, right? So that's been great. And then of the proteins, like I said, I always keep some kind of chicken salad, tuna salad. Sometimes I get canned salmon, and I'll make a little salmon salad. Or if I have leftover, say like halibut or cod or something like that, whitefish, any of that can be made into a salad, right? With a little mayo, sometimes mustard, celery, onions, and pumpkin seeds, or some version of that, right? So I always have that in the fridge. I always have a little smoked salmon of some kind. And I just will eat half the pack as like a little snack or as my dinner if I'm just feeling like that, and maybe a seed cracker and that, a little cream cheese, and I'm good for my dinner if I want just a light dinner. The other thing I keep in the fridge at all times, and this goes for years and years and years, is boiled eggs. Be quiet, kitties. Oh, and we got new kitties. I'll show you pictures. They're called Nick and Nora, like Nick and Nora Charles. So the other thing that I always keep, hard-boiled eggs, or kind of hard-boiled eggs. So my foolproof recipe that works for me on my stove: cold eggs, cold water, bring it to a boil, 3-minute boil, off the heat, let it sit until you can handle them. I'm gonna give this a quick peel so you can see the consistency inside of it. Okay, so let me just cut it in half, and you can see it's just, right? It's just past jammy, but it's not hard boiled. That's perfect for me. I don't like it when it gets chalky. So that is my perfect formula. Cold eggs, cold water, 3 minutes on, bring it up to the boil, 3 minutes at the boil, pull it off the heat until it's cool enough to handle, and it gives you just that perfectly, just a click past jammy. It's not runny at all, but it's not chalky, hard boiled. That way, if I want to put it on a salad or mix it with some arugula or something like that to make, you know, just a little fresh salad, I actually pop it in the microwave, cut it in half or quarters, microwave 15 seconds just to take the chill off. I feel that a lot of people don't like hard-boiled eggs on salads, like when they're really, really cold and almost chalky. It just is unappealing to me. This brought it up to room temperature, take the chill off, and that's why you cook it not fully hard-boiled. And they're also just delicious warm. Oh, kittens. I'll show you some kittens. Kitten. This is Nora. Say hi, Nora. Hi. This is Nick. That's Nick. Aren't they cute? They're twins. They're from the same litter. Yeah, so we are super thrilled to have kitties. We haven't had pets in so long. We both had dogs and cats, but the cats just kind of came into our lives, and we said, yes, we will adopt those kitties. So that's the cat report. Next thing I wanted to tell y'all about, because I haven't done one of these in so long, let's switch gears in things that happen as we age. We get wrinkles and we get sagging. And I'm working on a couple of the instruments that you've seen them out there. There's those wands, and there's the roly things, and the little electrical things that buzz, and the little flashies, and the lights. And I'm trying a whole bunch of different things. So far, I've had fair to middling results. I think there's just a lot of hype in some of this stuff, so I'll be happy to let y'all in on, you know, what's working for me and what isn't. But 2 things that I do like right now: Derma E and The Ordinary. Very, very well priced retinol. The Derma E is alpha hydroxy overnight, and The Ordinary is the retinol in the squalane. Very good products. But they actually do work. I like them. They can be a little bit dry and a little bit irritating. So that's where this comes in. This is one of my favorite finishing sprays. It's probably too oily finish for some of y'all who have maybe acne prone skin. But for me, when my skin is super dry and it just looks chalky, cakey, like it's done and I powdered it down, but I'm like, ugh, girl, not. This is the Maybelline glass spray. Oh, it's so good. Just one on each side of the face, and it gives you a, well, this is bad light, but it gives you a nice little glow. It takes off that chalkiness. And I think it's beautiful for more mature skin. It kind of helps camouflage like fine lines and dryness. So that has been something that I've been loving, and I haven't been able to tell y'all about it because I have been bad at putting up videos lately because I felt like I didn't have anything to offer. I don't want to fake it, you know, I want to tell y'all exactly what's going on, and I haven't been able to figure it out. My weight has gone up. I'm doing everything right. I have managed to click it back down a few pounds, and I think part of it is the protein and upping the exercise. Yeah, it's those two things are really, really helping, and cutting out on the carbs. That now that I know how I react to things, how my blood sugar goes up, things that I thought were perfectly fine are disastrous. So now I know sweet potatoes are not my friend. Even though I really like them, I will continue to eat sweet potatoes, but just not in the quantity that I have in the past. Brown rice, very small amounts. Other whole grains in very small amounts. So that's where we are. And thank you to y'all who kept poking and prodding and like, where the heck are you? Post some videos. I really appreciate it. And I will continue. So now you know what the situation is, and here we are, warts and all, just trying to figure it out together.
Here's some kittens for your consideration. In the meantime, y'all stay as glamorous as you can stand to be.